island. Oh yeah, well, when does that happen? Does that happen in your world, Zach?
No.
Careful. This is epic. There's the refrigerator. That is the kitchen counter. Let's see if we can. Well, I got a brand new telephone pole and I didn't want to be here to see it. They took away the anchor. So now my gravel comes this afternoon. Yep, and again, you can't do anything but dump it. So now I don't get all my gravel. And he wouldn't spread it because of the damn tree. So I don't know what he's going to do now. Okay, so we get the little bit that's left right in that hole. Wasn't much left. Lyle, my amazing carpenter.
We're going to rivet this ring onto this piece of galvanized for the fan.
Perfect. That goes on the kitchen fan. Great. Together the couch. It's charming. It's a little bit more yellow than mustard, but it'll match just fine. That piece he's cutting is going right here with all the outlets. In the kitchen, the kitchen! This is the lamp that was in my parents' house. I'm cleaning it up. Cool, huh? Well, this episode really has very little video, as you can see, and a whole lot of photos. Because my phone was full and I couldn't figure out the program to download from my phone onto my computer, and we had so much going on. Lyle was putting in the metal on the walls and the ceiling was pretty much complete, and I had to take photos. We brought in the appliances from the mobile home next door that I'm using for storage. We worked almost every night during the week from 4 p.m. when Lyle would get off work, and we would work until 9:30 some days, and I was coming in the morning and working all day and trying to organize and make sure everything was ready for when Lyle arrived. So as you can see, he's putting up the luan ceiling, and we had to make determination as to exactly where the pot lights and the lights above the island and above the sink and all that, where they went. That's old wallpaper I put on that wall. So we are just bouncing all over the place every day. That's a piece of stone that I had in the basement of my reno that I put on top of that area right behind my bed, that knee wall where the stained glass window is going to hang. So I scraped off all the old glue and I cleaned it up, and then I put molding around the edges, and it fit just perfectly. I didn't even have to cut it. And then we started putting in the chandelier lights and the pot lights and all that through the ceiling. We were putting up walls, and we had to place the island, so basically we hung the island lights, and there was just so much going on. I got so far behind simply because I couldn't get all the footage off my phone, hence the photos. Little by little, everything was starting to come together. Having the appliances inside the space really helped a lot. I was trying to match the colors from the floor to the couch to the pillows and the walls, and I had to go get more molding because we had to put the molding around the windows before we put the metal walls up, because the metal butted up against the molding. It was every day was huge lists, and I ended up gluing that piece of stone on the counter. Here all the walls are finished in the bathroom except for the metal. All the molding is up here. We're finishing up the last of the luan ceiling where we need to bring the pot lights down. The bathroom's starting to come together. The washer dryer at this stage needs to have a frame under it to lift it up a bit. It's like I said, so much is happening. We're starting to put up the fans and the molding and all the lights and the on-demand hot water heater vent. Putting in blocking to make sure we can hang things like mirrors and pictures, and blocking behind the sink so we were able to hang the sink. Everything was being shifted around. I have ram board on the floor that basically protected my floor throughout this whole process. That's J channel on the edges and the corners that Lyle was able to make at his job, and then that's the frame that goes around the kitchen exhaust fan where I hung a big photo. Here we are moving everything that goes into the house from my renovation. I built the entire garage conversion around all of these pieces of furniture, meticulously measuring everything and making sure everything fit, from the kitchen pieces to the piece that is my desk in my office. Everything fit. And I built, like I said, I built everything around everything that I had. This was a very long process because I wanted to take all of my extra furniture and use it in the garage conversion. I didn't have to buy very much. This was a very simplistic project. This is a place I'm moving into after I sell my renovation. This is a place where I'm consolidating all of my belongings. Here we are on the way from Waverly. I'm following Lyle and his dad, pulling my trailer, and we're going to be moving all the furniture in. In the midst of finishing, we had to move the furniture in because the weather was beginning to change. So here we are, moving things in. I'm grateful for the help that I've had on this last month or so. And you'll see how quickly everything will come together now. These pieces will hold my artwork, my books. I replaced the glass on that piece to the left. I took that piece of board off and I got a piece of glass, and now there's glass. And yes, I'll be sleeping in a twin bed. There's no room. There's big art that I'm going to be putting on all the walls, and it's very exciting. So if you've been following me to this point, you know that this is a huge, huge place to be. That piece I sanded and I painted black. That was a piece I had in my kitchen in my reno that I'm putting in the bathroom to house towels and bathroom things. I strategically measured and made sure it fit above the washer dryer, and then there will be a bar to hang clothes when they come out of the washer and dryer. So it's a very functional small space. I took all of my music and I put them in plastic sheets. I had to consolidate all of my VHS. I'm giving them away. I'm putting all of my DVDs and my CDs in plastic sheets and baskets. I was trying to match all of the metal and the flooring and everything that was in the house, trying to bring in some color for the yellow couch, the mustard colors. And then the wall that I did from old flooring, I had 3 boxes of old flooring that they put in this renovation before I bought it, and I put it on the walls to bring in some dark mahogany color. I didn't like it on the floors here, but I put it on the walls. It's fine for the walls. It matches the antique furniture. Those are the J channel that we're putting on the corners inside the house to make the metal fit in the corner better. This is the vent for the on-demand hot water heater. And Lyle made this double stainless piece to protect the heat going through my wall. So he put the vent through this double metal piece. Now we're putting in the fan to the kitchen. I had to paint the J channel. I got paint to match the walls. And here we've got now the vent in the kitchen now has a hole. And Lyle also made an extension to fit all the way through from the inside to the outside. Here I decided I was going to go ahead and detox for about a week or two, finishing up the floor, knowing that the walls are going to go on and at least hold down the floor so it won't be popping up. We worked day and night, day and night, day and night for weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks. Now, as you can see, it's all starting to come together. There will be stone on the top of that mahogany piece. There will be stone on the top of the counter under the sink. And there will also be a corner framed area that will be 36 inches high, and that will also have stone. Again, day and night, day and night. That's the wall with the flooring on it to the right. I used a lot of remnants of what was left over from my renovation for the last 3.5 years. I brought over insulation and all kinds of things, wire. And there is the vent for the on-demand hot water heater. Lyle is now putting up the metal wall that will go behind all of my furniture. There's no windows on that side because it's basically all storage. Lyle painstakingly put up these walls over top of a lot of insulation and a lot of vapor barrier. And here I'm putting the stain on top of the butcher block. And that piece goes on top of the washer dryer. And here is our walls finally coming together. Outlets. There's no room for error when it comes to metal, and Lyle has just done an amazing, incredible job. I got the snap-on outlet covers, which are lovely. There's no screws. They screw in underneath and then they snap on. Here's the couch that I decided to get. It's somewhat of a mustard color. I needed something to fit into the space that would fold down and be a bed if somebody wanted to come visit. It fits perfectly. It was interesting putting it together, and it's kind of mid-century modern, since I do have a couple pieces that are mid-century modern, thrown in with some modern and then antique. And the lights I had, the chandeliers I just brought them over. I was excited about matching things and pulling in the different colors throughout the space. And if you notice, I have different zones. The living room, the kitchen, the bathroom, the office, the entryway, everything is separated. And I tried to use as many pieces as I could. That was my aunt's antique piece. So it's been just so fun, and thank you for being here. Check out the next episode and watch it come to completion.